So I'm live here
Hi.
with Mr. Bianco. Hi,
Hi.
Bianco.
Hi.
And we just want to get your opinion on this. So they're lifting restrictions now. They're starting to lift the stay-at-home order in some places, and we want to know your thoughts. Should they lift the restriction? Should they lift the stay-at-home order? And so before I kind of dove into this topic, because I've got mixed feelings on it, but I actually did a little research, and I found out that the governor of South Dakota, and then there's 5 other states that never mandated a stay-at-home order. And what's interesting, so if you look at the actual stats in South Dakota, they did not have a enormous spike. They had a couple of hot spots, so to speak. One of them was a factory, but they never had a big spike. They kept their economy open. They didn't shut stuff down. They encouraged social distancing, and they had some rules like that. Hey, Michael, how you doing, man? Hey, April, how you doing? And so these economies stayed open the whole time. And then guess what? Their economy didn't get destroyed. The South Dakota governor, she actually said, "Hey, Jennifer, how you doing? Nice to see you." So the governor said, she was on the news, and like she's getting interviewed because she's getting criticized all the time. Bianco, you there? Okay.
Hi.
She's getting criticized all the time because she didn't shut down the state of South Dakota. And so people are attacking her saying, "What, are you trying to endanger people's lives?" All that kind of stuff. And she said, "You know what? I took an oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States and uphold the Constitution of South Dakota, and I'm not going to jeopardize people. Like I don't have the authority to overstep the Constitution. We are doing things, and South Dakota residents are smart people. We're doing things to make sure that we flatten the curve." And their numbers did. They flattened the curve by more than 75%, and they never closed. Businesses stayed open. Their economy stayed open. Business kept operating. And so I'm looking at that as an example, and I'm like, hey, I wonder if the United States, was this the right move? I mean, never in history, except for there's an era in 1665 that I could find during the bubonic plague that they've actually shut down the world like this. The entire world. They've isolated regions or areas, but they've never shut down the whole world except for the bubonic plague in 1665. So this is huge. This is a really big deal. Like, was it the right move? Was it not? And now there's people that are contesting. What do you think? Should they have shut down everything? Or more importantly, right now, it's already said and done. More importantly, right now, should they reopen right now? Or should we shelter in place? I've been hanging out in this backyard now for the last month and a half. Bianco and I play soccer here almost every single night. Who usually wins, Bianco? Who wins?
Me. Me.
So Bianco usually wins, but I'm ready to go out. Hey, Bill, how you doing, man? Hey, Ebony, how you doing? Nice to see you.
Hi.
Ebony says, yes, shut it down. Okay. All right. Hey, Eric, how you doing? You saying hi?
Hi. Hi.
Hey, Michael, how you doing? Nice to have you on. So what do you think? Weigh in on this. Give me your feedback. Should we reopen or should we stay shut down? Should we reopen or should we stay shut down? So I started doing this research on, hey, Kathy, nice to have you. Hey, Jennifer. So Jennifer says, shut it down. Ebony says, hey, baby. Sherry, hey, nice to have you. Nice to have you on. Sherry, haven't seen you in a long time. Nice to have you. So should we stay shut down or should we stay open is the topic that we're having, the discussion that we're having right now. And okay, so this is my thoughts. I did research on this and I looked at some of these other places that didn't shut down. There's 5 states. There was a 6th that was kind of not shut down too, but there were 5 states that didn't shut down, South Dakota being one of the prime examples. And South Dakota never had this huge spike. They kept the economy open. They didn't make people shelter in place. And during the whole time, like the South Dakota governor was getting so much junk thrown at her. Hey, Shar, how you doing? Hey, April. So she got so much junk thrown at her saying, hey, you should shut this down. Don't you care about everyone's safety? And guess what? Their numbers were actually lower than most of the country. And it's a population adjusted, because I know that people will say, well, South Dakota, nobody lives there. I get it. I totally agree. There's less population, but if you compare it to the other cities and you proportionately compare it, then you'll see that South Dakota had less cases proportionate to the number of the people that live there. So how about that? That makes me start scratching my head saying, well, I wonder, hey, Callie, nice to have you on. I wonder, was it really the right move? Okay. Well, it's hindsight, and history will probably tell us what was right and what was wrong on the end of all of this. But now we're at this next crossroads. Should we be opening states up? There's a few states that have already started opening things back up. In Florida, they opened back up. They've got the beaches open. There's still restrictions of sorts that are in place, but they're opening stuff up for life again. The other thing that I noticed is that donations are down. I mean, there's some churches like mega churches and stuff that are able to spread the word online. Today's Sunday. We've actually got church on TV inside that I got to go in a little bit and watch, but there's some donations that are up, but most donations are down. And if you think about the economic impacts of what are happening right now from people not working and people not being able to share and give, there's a lot of people hurting. Like my wife is from South America, from Colombia, and I'm getting pictures text to me of like people starving right now because they don't have unemployment plans. They don't it's a mess. And one of our friends there is running around like delivering groceries, and we're helping him out now. But the economic impacts of this could be even bigger than the actual virus itself. Could be. I mean, time will tell us. So what do you guys think? What do you think? Hey, Mitch, nice to have you on, man. Hey, Ed, how you doing? Okay, so Eric says, I played golf. I love it, man. Eric, how you doing, man? I played golf yesterday. I stayed smart and safe. Open it up. All right, I like it. I like it. Jennifer says the amount of people isn't the same as density. Yeah, true. There's people that are more spread out in South Dakota. Totally true. I get that. It's a valid point. Okay. Shauna, nice to have you. Ebony says, because Trump didn't take it seriously. I don't know if we should get into politics on this one. I don't know. We might create a war on a Sunday. I think that there's a lot of things that went wrong on this. I think that number one, it started with probably the China releasing some data to us. I think it also started with the World Health Organization maybe not giving us enough warnings. I mean, I see replays of this stuff now, but in the beginning of March, end of February, beginning of March, even Dr. Fauci was saying, this is not that big of a deal. It's going to blow over. It's not going to affect the whole country. Who knows? Like, they were relying on the data that they had. They made the decisions that they had, but we're here right now. What's the right move right now? Should they open? Should they not? Okay. Sheba, nice to have you on. Alfonso, how you doing, man? Long time no see. So should they reopen? I'm going to go this way. I'm saying yeah. I'm saying yeah. There's some hot spots. Like I just talked to.
Hi.
Oh, Bianca wants to say hi too. Hi. So there's still some hot spots. Like I just talked to one of our clients out in New York, and he said he hears a siren, like literally an ambulance every 13 minutes. He said it's really getting to his head. There's spots like that, yeah, you got to do what you got to do, stay closed. But I think that the places that have flattened the curve, I think we got to get back to work. We do. We can't sit home forever. Like, people are going crazy. Did you see that domestic assaults are up right now? Divorce rate filings are going up right now. Another sad one that I saw was child abuse rates are going up right now. Like, not some good statistics to have going up. I think people need to have their purpose in life, and that includes us going out and doing what we're the best at. That's my thoughts. That's my opinion. So you don't have to agree with me, but that's what I'm thinking on this. But I'd love to know your thoughts on that. Hey, Cassie, how you doing? Richard, nice to have you on, man. Rich, long time no see. I still remember the picture. Oh, Bianca was saying hi.
Hi.
I still always picture your image of you going down the Mississippi River on your jet ski. You're the only man that I know that's taken the whole trip from north to south, all the way down to the southernmost part of the Mississippi River on a jet ski. That's quite incredible. Cool. Reynaldo, nice to have you on, man. So let's weigh in. You tell me, should we open or should we keep stuff closed? So if you're catching the replay of this later, drop your comments in. I want to really take a poll on this. I want to know if people think we should keep the economy shut down or keep it open. I'm going open. I hope it opens. I hope that we get back to work ASAP. I hope that we can start creating vibrancy again. I hope that people get their purpose, and I hope that we get our world back as soon as possible. Obviously in a safe and smart way. Obviously people are going to take more precautions. Like, I went to the grocery store yesterday and I wore gloves.
Open too.
You vote open?
Open.
Why do you vote open, Bianco? Tell us.
I just vote open.
He
I think it's better.
He thinks it's better just to open. Okay. Brian, nice to have you. Julia, nice to have you too. Jennifer says, if doctor and nurses are also saying stay at home, they are in the heart of it and dealing with the devastation. Yeah, there are some doctors and nurses that say that. There's also a lot of doctors and nurses that are saying open back up. I've got one of them that I talk to almost every other day. He's telling me, he's like, I've been bored. They actually cut my hours. He's a little bit frustrated. They cut him back to 30 hours. He's usually working 40 to 50 hours, but they cut him back to 30 because they're kind of reserving him in case there's a big pandemic. He's in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they just haven't had the big pandemic there that they were anticipating. So that what they did is they cut all non-elective surgeries and all non-serious stuff. So it cut back the hours of everybody. Imagine that, like some healthcare workers, their hours are cut back right now too because of it. So I know that it could go, you can go either way on this one. It's a sensitive topic, and I think that each state, each governor probably has to call it like it is for them, that makes the most sense for them. But for me and what I'm seeing right now, I hope that we can get back to normal life ASAP. I want to get back out there and just do it. I'm tired of getting beat in soccer by this guy back here. Hobby Uncle. He left me already. But I'm tired of getting beat in soccer every single day. I'm tired. I want to go out and do something else. I want to go ride my bike and really get out there and like shake hands with people at some point again. Okay. Anyways, I hope you and your family have a blessed Sunday. God bless you all. We're going to go in and
I'm going to go eat lunch with Dad, and bye.
we're going to eat lunch, and we're going to go watch church service online again. But we hope you and your family have a good rest of your weekend. We'll talk soon. Thanks.
Bye, 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 bye.